There we go. We're now live. Hell yeah. So, without further ado, we are gonna begin with SF Shock versus the Washington Justice. Oh god, I forgot to mute my own fucking voice. Shit. Shit. This is gonna be scuffed, but I don't care. Alright, cool. We're good now. We are Gucci now. We can begin. Oh no, I forget. I need to reassign my my sounds. There we go. That was awkward. It's definitely not scuffed. So I kind of did watch like the first few minutes of this, so I kind of know what happened. Also, I love how they don't really know the signal of when to go to their seats. They just kind of waddle over there after someone from production tells them, "Yeah, go here." Oh no. Anyway, let's skip the introduction and on to the match. It chose Ilios. Oh. No, okay, this is correct because Ruins is a part of Ilios. I keep forgetting. Mostly because of the palette and mostly because the teams that I have coached don't really like Ilios that much for whatever reason. They just don't like it. So, anyway. So they're gonna start with Ilios. This is probably, if I recall correctly, gonna involve a Doomfist for the shock. No, it's actually the Washington Justice, maybe. That will use a Doomfist. I still don't know. Well, okay, so I kind of know what. If Krillin didn't go for. What the hell? Why is my. If Krillin didn't go for Ana and stayed Mora, I kind of understand. It's basically a six-man brawl. Not really brawl, but rush, right? With a Moira. It's not as different as if you have a Winston instead. Uh-oh. What happened to my stream? Why did it go down? What? What? Why did my stream go down? No, it's not down. It's just that for some reason, it's just a blank, it's a blank screen right now. What? What is happening? Oh, because ah, I I switched scenes, that's why. Anyway, back to this. So it's basically rush. Wait, what the hell? Did I? Oh, wait. I think I accidentally bound my shit. Wait. Let me just fix this. Need to unbind everything. Need to unbind every single thing. Okay, cool. Yeah, for some reason my new binds, I need to review them. Oops, I forgot. Turn on the display capture. There we go. So it's Rush with Moira. It's Winston, Reaper, Tracer slash Sombra, and then we have a Winston, Lucio, then the Moira. The operation is the exact same. Although I really question how effective it actually is. Because the idea of Rush is, apart from obviously getting picks or getting forward pressure using your Reaper, right? This is not a Reaper, but might become Reaper. So you pressure with Reaper, and then you continue walking forward. Your Moira kind of heals you, so Moira farms ult, and sometimes even dives you, or dives with you. and then after that it's just a snowball of just using coalescence over and over and over again. So coal on cooldown, and that is the gist of how Rush works. There are a lot of other nuances, of course, but you're typically just pressuring their tanks so that they back off so that you can move forward, and then eventually your Moira would have healed so much damage, and then you can just beam people down on cooldown every, what, 20 seconds, 10 seconds? So yeah, they're going for Tracer, which means that they can pressure the point a little bit more, and also, never mind, Tracer's already dead. I don't know why they... Okay, I don't know why the Tracer rotated the way that they did. Like, Assassin can rotate like this. I guess Assassin was also concerned if there's a Widowmaker, because typically a Widowmaker would position herself over here or over here, which means that they have sight lines of these, and thus Tracer just walking down to the right side from Justice perspective is gonna get hard punished. But I argue that there's so much stuff just in the way that you can just LOS it, right? I think it just LOS it. Bottom line is, I don't like Assassin going the exact same way as the rest of his team. I would rather have a Tracer that just flanks, especially with this comp. He gets hard punished for it. Yep, he just blinks forward, way ahead of the Doomfist. The Doomfist even takes so much damage himself. It should be a loss for, yeah, the San Francisco Shock. The San Francisco Shock fairly uh, fairly simple win condition in their composition, right? Because all you need to do is create space as Kaluge. So your Winston creates space. Dives to make space, right? And that typically is combined with Finn's, what do you call this? Grenade? Biotic grenade. Proper is just here to pressure and force them to play somewhere where your Winston can just dive them and your Anna's line of sight. That's why if you go back to the beginning, apart from this being a fairly good area to snipe from, right? Notice that by being here, it forces the rest of the Washington Justice to go here, or at least this side of the ruins instead of over here, because they will get sniped if they go over here. So that means that the rest of the San Francisco Shock can just pressure them from over here. So basically they're making a pincer, force the Washington Justice to move there into the line of sight of Proper, and then that's it. That's game. If Proper can land the shots. If not, then at the very least, you force them into the LOS. And now they have to dodge two things. The main team and the Widowmaker. Makes for easier kills. Damn, Kilo already has 47% because of all the damage and all the kills as well. Now this is weird, right? You're a Widowmaker and you're aiming down. I guess the idea as well is they're likely going to rotate here anyway, but since they don't have a shield for the Washington Justice, it's an easy snipe. And it's not exactly an easy dive for the Justice to do on to Proper inside this room. Okay. Wisely moves to the right. Fast rotation to the left by the Justice. Per usual, they stay there a little bit, which makes sense. They were able to bait the grenade from Finn, and now they can just go for the offensive. I think they were, right? Yeah, they were able to bait it out, and there's no follow up because number one, Kilo has to fight mid to far range, so he needs to stay either on those rocks near the statue, but definitely not on point. He cannot go into this bridge and just suddenly appear and spam. He has to play over here, and that's why the Justice are kind of confident that they're not gonna die. They're likely not gonna die. They can just kite this onto the point. They can just drop to the point. Heal up a little bit after the anti-heal is done, and then re-engage because they have LOS of the Widow, and Kaluj has already committed uh, his cooldown, his important dive cooldown. Mag gets taken out. I think mainly because Mag was actually going forward, and then yeah, he also got slept. But Mag, the plan was for Mag to engage and then for the team to follow up, for the Justice to follow up. Fortunately, they're being pressured by Kaluj, and they were also antied. So, change of plans. They pressure out Kaluj with the intention of probably even killing him, but Kaluj manages to get out. Doomfist is trapped because he got slept, and the Moira is really far away. Doesn't have enough healing. There you go. But it should be okay because, again, the engagement tools for the San Francisco Shock already about used up, and their Widowmaker doesn't really have a good angle. It's a very strange, what do you call this, coalescence, right? Because they already won that fight. Yeah, they already won the fight. No one was low. Maybe it's just to secure and force them to back off so that the rest of the Justice can get into position. Because if they didn't, and San Francisco Shock just waited here or here, then yeah, they can't really push forward to Justice, right? This is all that they're gonna get. It's especially more important now to get that space because now San Francisco Shock have their own Tracer, but I mean, they just dive. The Justice just dive. Easy peasy, no problem. But what triggers it? I guess just this. Assassin was going for, well, an assassination, and that's the thing that triggers the dive. Yep, that is precisely what triggers the dive. There's no cooldowns being waited upon on the opposite ends. They just wanted to kill right here, right now. Also, interesting positioning, right? Then again, this is probably the most ideal if you're a Doomfist, because now you can just slam instead of punching in, and then you can punch out instead. And then for Krillin, I mean, I guess the only reason why you're gonna position up here is because both of your dudes are up there. That's it. Okay, proper pressures point. Assassin should deal with them. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this movement though. Right, so proper is heading towards the point. Right? And then Assassin still here trying to go for another assassination. But the problem is, number one, well, you can probably do that because you're up against an Ana. But um, problem is that there's no one to pressure point, and your job, the moment that it becomes a mirror match, i.e., both teams have their own tracer. It's basically tracer v tracer, at least on the point. If the Tracer's gone or you're able to shoot them away, then it becomes finishing off fights or finishing off kills as Tracer. Not necessarily assassinations, although if you're good enough and assassin proper being very good, you can definitely do that. That's somewhat dangerous. Eventually gets taken out by it. Kalo wanted more from his stack visor. Got denied. This is weird. Why are they switching so much? Okay, there we go. Kilo on not Ash, on Reaper, which makes a little bit more sense than Ash. Because right now you need to get to the point, and you need a hero that can immediately have an impact. Ash, not so much unless you get two lucky headshots and take someone out. And that's very difficult on this map against this team. It's team comps, specifically. Ooh, nice. I don't... Okay, I think the idea here from Assassin was just to grab the Mega. Yeah, he already used Recall. He's in trouble. Okay. Justice back off. As they're already on 99 anyway, they don't need to use any ults. They don't need exit frags. Interesting how they do that, right? They always set up inside, probably because this is the least diveable place. They kind of fake going forward and then rotate out and onto the point. So what is the advantage that is conferred by that? I guess your pressure, because it is 99% to your favor. And then you also force the rotation, I guess, from the San Francisco Shock. They can no longer stay at least close to this room. They have to go statue because you don't know if this team right here will just keep going forward and your Ana gets caught, or in this case your Moira gets caught. So now, shenanigans. Typical shenanigans from the rush composition. They just pressure Kaluge. Somehow. Okay, so it was just a punch from the behind. That's what threw off Happy. Didn't expect that. Expect to be punched in the butt. Okay. Wisely back off. Again, this is the setup that they really, really want from the Justice. Just go right. This time they continue through the bridge and then drop down to the point because they kind of need to touch it. Hail Mary Pulse Bomb. Finn has his own Coalescence. Doesn't really do anything because of the beat. But now the San Francisco Shock have second beat. So in theory, SF Shock should win. Okay. Happy goes sicko mode. It's mostly... Wait. Who did it take out? It's Violet. Means no speed. And Kaluge. Alright, so they have no frontline presence. They can't really close the distance. And have a third DPS. So yeah. Makes sense why you lose this one. Ooh, Lighthouse. I wonder if we'll see Ash or D.Va. Or D.Va. I like D.Va just because you have single target burst as D.Va. More so than Doomfist. And you've got more verticality. You've got better verticality than Doomfist as D.Va. So no one goes D.Va, no one goes Ash. Everyone is on, well, not really everyone. It's Assassin as Tracer versus Proper as Echo. Uh, Somewhat similar roles, right? Because Assassin, again, as his name suggests, goes for assassinations. So just to clean up fights. Clean up. Or clean up fights, right? And then pressure point or pressure objective. Pressure the objective. And then sometimes you can, what do you call this? Well, I guess that's also within cleanup fights, right? I was about to say you can also go for one clips and whatnot, but that's you can only do that as Tracer typically if the rest of your team is gonna cover you, die for you. Now for the Echo, you have follow up for low targets, follow up slash chase, right? And then, damn, I need to change the color to that for that. It is not good on this map. But they basically you have follow up, and then what else? You've got spam. So you got better spam than the Washington Justice right now by virtue of having uh proper as Echo. And then yeah, that's basically it. You've got better poke and spam as San Francisco Chalk's composition, while on Washington Justice you have better cleanup on fights. So let's see if that will reign true. At least that's how I read it. Okay. Princes are basically trying to trade their backlines. God, Assassin's mouse movement is incredibly jittery. Okay, so what not Washington Justice, but San Francisco Shock. Like notice, okay, they've sent two people onto the point. That means that we have a temporary 3v5 that we can take. So they just take it, right? They just jump from over there and try to trade the point for the back line of the Justice, knowing full well that if they are able to take out Happy, Opener, and Krillin, it doesn't really matter if the Justice get the point. They can just retake it themselves. There's not really a lot that they can do. The Justice can do. Okay, backline traded. Assassin does get Finn in the end, but ultimately doesn't matter. Kilo just goes back and captures point. Buy him. Done. Interesting that they put it on Krillin to pressure this proper Echo instead of Soldier. I guess they value Happy contesting Kilo more. It's either that or pressuring Kaluj more so that he can't dive. Oh no, Assassin might die. He might get assassinated himself. There we go. He no longer had recall to my knowledge. Opener almost died to that. Good retreat though. That's a wasted nade. How unfortunate for Krillin. Alright, so I think you go for Nano Boost Monkey if you're on both the San Francisco Shock and... Actually, no. You have control. All of your ults are very close, so there's no real pressure for you to do anything right now. At least not immediately. So if you're San Francisco Shock, you're just chilling and poking. Waiting for your ults. For the Washington Justice, you're probably nano boosting the monkey for the express purpose of jumping Finn or I was about to say Milo, Kilo. I don't think you just put on a plain old nano boost just so that Happy or Opener can get their ults. Yep, there it is. Oh, they actually didn't wait. Mostly because I think a Finn kind of understood, like, okay, I'm gonna get assassinated. Yeah, that's the reason why. Might as well do this right now than be assassinated. Oh, that primal is actually fucking clutch. That primal is incredibly clutch. Because it forces so many other resources just to be poured on to Kaluj. It's supposed to be an easy kill. Because he used it earlier. Or rather, not really used it earlier, but what do you call this? The the Washington Justice already blew most of their cooldowns. Okay, they managed to flip. Now, why was that? How did they manage to do that? They don't really have control. Okay, so yeah, in the chaos by Mag of primaling on point, Assassin and Happy were able to get some picks. Okay. I mean, so far, it's pretty standard what they're doing. Nothing really special. I kind of favor the Justice composition more. Just because you can pressure point. And once you are done with capturing point, you can have a quicker engage slash exchange with your opponent's backline. Because they don't really peel that well. For the San Francisco Shock, you can maybe peel as a assassin. Proper could not find the enemy Winston, and I guess that's why the positioning as well is the way it is. They were avoiding this copy from Proper on their monkey. Oh, we don't get to see Nano Boost. Sad. And yeah, this should be San Francisco Shock's map. There's no way that Mag is going to be able to get a triple kill, even with that nade. Yeah. Oh wait, it's even. I thought that they were gonna win. Fuck. Well, they did win. They won that third of the map. Now for the final third. Because it's even Steven. Okay. Maybe Ash, maybe just Soldier. Or if you have a Cassidy player, maybe Cassidy, but yeah, I don't see that happening. So, interesting that neither team open up, right, with Diva or Echo Mercy, with an Ash. They kind of probably predict that this is the comp that the other will run. Oh no, that jump might have been a little bit late, right? Because they were already kind of diving. Ah, no, no, no. It's not necessarily late. The problem is that Assassin blinked off. He was afraid of, or yeah, he was afraid of the rockets. Now, since Assassin is no longer here, there's not really a lot of burst damage that's gonna come out. for no, it's not Smurf, Mag to burst down Kilo, and then the counter dive enters the picture as well, just to defend their Winston. Winston and Winston action. God damn it. Show me where the other supports are. Although it's also interesting, right? It's only for a frame, I think, that the Washington Justice never leave this high ground. There we go. See that? Perhaps this is a greater point of control over the one to the right. And it's mirrored to the one to the left. Really hard chasing. Holy shit, where did that sleep come from? What? Wow. That sleep though. Oh wait, never mind. I think, yeah, the Ana... Krillin on Ana actually... Wait. He managed to get here. What? Yeah. How did Krillin manage to get up there without anyone from the San Francisco Shock just punishing that move? What? Okay. SF Shock are currently napping, it seems. Except Proper. Finally gonna change or exchange hands. Point. I was about to say San Francisco Shock lost too. Never mind. They can still play this, but they need to be careful because they don't have a tank for a while. Or a complete team, for that matter. It's interesting how many people they're willing to stack on this high ground. Okay, that's a good engage. Mostly because there's a nano boosted monkey in your face. But I guess happy also helped. Okay. Washington Justice, you've got nearly 4 ults, but if you're the San Francisco Shock... Wait, I need to move... There we go. We don't need to move it anymore. You just have... Well, actually, that's a fair number of ults. Dude, Kaluj back there didn't seem like he was jumping with purpose. But then again, he jumped the Ana. What am I talking about? Yeah. He peeled for the soldier. Tried to deal with the Ana. A beat? Really? Well, I guess they were down 1 and thought that, yeah, we can probably win this, despite... Yeah, it was also to protect Kaluj. And then Opener responded by beating himself. Just so that the fight is not even. Although there's nothing for Happy Stack Visor though. Granted, there's a lot of small rooms that you can just break LOS on Ilios well. So, I guess the loss of a beat versus attack visor isn't that bad. Interesting rotation. They tried to go inside this, right? Oops. In here, or at least fake it, then went upstairs. What? Oh, Happy needs help. There we go. Oh, that sleep. Proper is completely surrounded. Or was completely surrounded. But my god, like, Justice have a mountain to climb. 36 to 99. Ooh, they couldn't finish him off. Oh no. Now they have to trap him. They can't. The rest of the Washington Justice are here. Which is probably something that they didn't expect. Because it didn't seem like San Francisco Shock were prepared for that. Okay. Farming some ults, but backing off eventually. Actually, no, they're going for an early engage again. Maybe. What? What? What did he do? Why did he do that? Yeah, I think that's why he was seen. Because he teabagged the bush. The bush told its parents, alerted the proper authorities. Oh, that bomb. Mm. Okay. I mean, good response from opener. Actually, they used both of their support ults for that San Francisco shot for no game. Kaluch did not kill anything. Anyone. Oh no, Violet hounded Happy. I was about to say Krillin. Uh-oh. Krillin needs peel. Wow, that pincer though. Right? Tracer and Assassin working together to pressure the backline. Because right now Proper is trying to trade the backline. Or kill the backline of the Justice. So these guys are going for trades. Noticing that Proper alone is trying to go for a trade. And the problem with that is that Proper won't be able to output that much damage for as long as Opener's paying attention. And also if Happy makes it back in time and puts down a healing field for his Ana. Okay. Eventually survived long enough for Krillin to gain the Nano Boost. And then Celebratory attack Visor. So yeah, SF Shock were pretty much thrown off by how coordinated Mag Assassin dives were. It's almost always that Proper was trying to go for lone assassinations instead of working together with his Winston. So anyway, I'm gonna take a break. BRB. Alright, we're gaming. We're back. The Washington Justice Claim 1 map. I can wall this next. This ought to be interesting. This is probably going to involve Doomfist, Doomfist, Zarya, or Winston. Not sure if there's going to be Echo. May or may not be. There's definitely going to be Genji. And hopefully there's going to be Tracers. Yep, Tracers. Because Tracer is really good at just forcing people to leave the high ground on second point, right? But then they have to get to second point. So on first point, Tracer is still pretty good, especially with how coordinated the dive is from Mag and Decay. Now, they're thinking about going for the Mercy. Ooh, what is this spot? I don't really know any of the Ana spots, so this is gonna be interesting. And oh, it almost hit people. That's a little bit late. That's a little bit late. And another interesting, well, I guess this is just a callback, but here's the weird part. You have a Genji. But then again, who the hell is going to contest a Genji, right? So I guess that's the story of Overwatch 2 in general, right? Because it's 5v5. Genjis are not really that uh, punished because there's no stuns and there's no stuns and there's no off tank, right? There's zero off tanks. So there's no diva that's just gonna fly towards this Genji and just kill him after forcing deflect. There's no Zarya that's just gonna beam him down and bubble whatever the target of the Genji was. Although this comp from San Francisco Shock, yep, you need to be really fast. But I guess that was just like a pseudo dive that they can use to rotate into the back line. They fake it, go forward instead. Notice how that turned out, right? So what happens is Kaluj just jumps over, sees because he can see both of the supports and just completely ignores everything else in front of him or behind him or whatever. Then, immediately after seeing that their monkey is already diving into the air, automatic everybody on San Francisco Shock pressures Mag, and thus we see Mag just jump back. It's not so much to peel, it's more to support, or rather to get away from being killed by just the wall of damage being sent in by San Francisco Shock. So why didn't it work? Well, number one, he jumped back. He actually jumped up, right? Jumped up. Is able to reconnect with his team. Wait, that nade is actually really good for the Justice. Oh, wait, no. Okay, wait. Holy shit. Yeah, that's it. That's the nade. The nade is why this thing doesn't work. Just so much anti-heal. They couldn't really confidently burst down. Apart from the shield, of course, from Mag. But there's just so much damage dealt to them and not a very safe way to get rid of that damage, at least not at that spot, that they just collapsed. They collapsed on their attack, so they have to reset a little bit. I still would like Proper to be on Tracer, though. Proper on Tracer would be fantastic, just because you have better, what do you call this? You have better dives, you have faster dives, you have another way of bursting down the enemy Ana with your monkey. So wait, let's see what happened there. Desperately trying. Finn is desperately trying to get that coalescence right about now. They wanted to engage with it. See this shit? No one's taking damage. That's so unfortunate. And then the orb from earlier didn't really. I think it was mostly for healing, but it was still not enough to give him the ult. So that's why this this attack is a little bit scuffed, and that's why it's like there's a desperate like left clicking from Finn just to get that extra 5%. But before he could do it, like attack visor comes out and that gets taken out himself. Still winnable for San Francisco Shock, but Sam is already dead. Never mind. Sam's dead. There's no way that they win this. Just because there's no more damage. There's basically no more damage. Lucio is basically a third DPS, but come on. You need, like, Violet needs to be a god. And then Washington Justice would need to AFK for him to get that many kills. So if you're Washington Justice, what are you going to do? Actually, you're just comfortable with kiting. You're comfortable with just poking them from here and then immediately kiting back to the point. Uh, just so that Krillin will be either under a roof or on top of one, with Opener defending him from above, right? Or around, just around the court, or around the area. And then that also gives opportunity for Decay to go for a flank, right? Because that, for the San Francisco Shock to go for the advance, they need to overextend quite a bit with their comp. And typically, when they do go for the offensive, Finn also goes for the fade. So that's going to be an easy kill on the Mora, meaning to say that San Francisco Shock, they have one shot at taking out or gaining significant advantage over the Washington Justice with that style of dive. Because if they don't, Decay just goes around, Finn gets focused and dies, and typically, that would be the end of the attack again. So yeah, there we go. Decay is just being very, very annoying on the side. Yep, found Finn. Oh no, you woke him up! Ah, oh, that hurts. This should be a lost fight. Yeah. Yeah, they were already down one for the, like, Justice. Okay, don't use your ult. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, it was important for that for Kalush to stay asleep because the Washington Justice were already fighting down one, and Opener just used the beat to compensate. So the very least that the Washington Justice could have done was disable one tank, take the 4v4 with the beat still active, and maybe win. And actually, ideally win. Ideally win, because it's a long way from spawn to just get back to the first point on defense. Now here's the interesting part. How do you dislodge? How do you, as Washington, or not Washington Justice, San Francisco Shock, dislodge the Washington Justice from above? Or do you just not do that at all? Like I can imagine this team comp just staying on payload, but then you take so much spam from everyone else. Because the composition from San Francisco Shock is fairly difficult to dive for multiple reasons. High mobility and for most of the characters, and then you've got like temporary invincibility. So what they did on Shock is interesting. I think that was the trigger to go in. Yeah, the moment that you saw this drop happen, and I guess Violet was also in position. The moment they saw this drop, immediately go upstairs, and I think Sam TPs even aggressively towards the Ana of all people. Yep. Just a pressure, but I think he backs off Not so much because he's afraid of the what do I call this, the nade or the sleep or whatever, but because Violet and Kaluj call it off, right? They call it off. They drop back down. Mostly because I think they were just trying to scout and trying to get up here, but couldn't really find or couldn't get a good angle on Finn. Or not Finn, Krillin. Sorry. Proper being annoying to a Genji because, well, Echo is just superior to Genji right now. The the advantage of a Genji, of course, is the Nano Blade. To just clean up a fight. But if it's a 1v1, Echo should win 90% of the time. Although it's... You start this off by getting a kill on Proper, but San Francisco shock. Oh no, they woke up Kaluj. That's why. Alright. Yeah, Krillin goes for the sleep. He's asleep. But Happy already stick at him. And this is why Krillin doesn't survive. Krillin doesn't survive. They don't have healing. While San Francisco Shock still have healing and also the Coalescence. They press Q as well just to make sure everything is going to be okay. There you go, that's why they win. So if you're the SF Shock, I think, well, ideally you want to hold the doors, right? You want to press forward, hold the doors and whatnot, but Kaluch died in a previous fight, so they don't really have forward presence. Maybe you can get away with Sam TPing up top on these, so that you can be sneaky beaky, but Happy is already watching, and there's definitely going to be a follow-up to that. There's going to be a follow-up for Happy's poke on that Reaper. Sam is going to get punished. Oh my god, the aggressive beat into Blade. Uh oh, you need to find him. Okay, there we go. Finish it off by Sam. That was getting awkward a little bit. They did have to leave the point for that, though. Yeah, they left the point for it. Wow. No, they didn't leave the point. They were... no, they did. They did. They rotated like this. I forget. I forget that they were on point, pushing it. They left it because the Justice were pushing main, right? So counter rotation inside. Because they identify that, of course, Krillin is going to be left behind. Okay. And I guess they were also thinking... They were also thinking that Krillin definitely has... Or Krillin or Opener have their ults, right? And that's why they use both Beat and the Blade. Just to keep Proper safe and maybe get some value on that Blade. Oh, that was clutch from Violet. Proper survives his little escapade in the backline of the Justice. Okay. Yep, they're holding the door. Oh, he was trying to get that Winston copy. Oh man, Kalu's just built different. Happy could not get a copy from Kaluj. Oh, that is a very big stick though. That's a huge stick. And this might be winnable for as long as they focus their targets. And yeah, they defend just. What happened there was Mag became angry. He just used Primal and Decay, got a very key kill on Sam. Was the majority of their damage, and also, like, Proper died after his Blade. Sometime after his Blade, so. Easy defense after that. Doomfist, just so that you can get back, I guess? Wait, let's analyze this. Why would you pick Doomfist over Winston? Is it because of this? Probably. Okay, so what I mean by that is Doomfist is a little bit harder for Reaper to catch because the moment that Winston dives, all the Reaper has to do is just walk up to him and just start pressuring him so that he either dies or jumps away, right? But Mag has shorter cooldowns than Winston. You don't have a bubble, but you have a way of damage reduction, at least for yourself. And you might get environmental kills. That's why you go for Doomfist. That's the way that I see it. There's also this option, right? You're gonna engage them inside the castle, where there are a lot of walls. But why would you engage inside castle? Wouldn't it be better if you engage them right here as they exit the castle? So that your on is not exactly extending into the castle, and yeah, that's basically it. Your on is in danger right now if you're the Washington Justice. Because Krillin has to play super close. There's a wall over here. He can't see if he plays anywhere else. So, and he can't follow up. He can't follow up with whatever engagement Mag does if it's inside the castle. So it's kind of weird. Yeah. I mean, the only way that the Justice would have won that is if all of them went in and somehow broke the bubble, got a pick. I don't know. That was weird. That was a weird engage from the Washington Justice. And this is a weird choice to do. Well, I guess you need to win. Okay. I mean, it's not gonna be enough. I don't think. Yeah, you're just gonna get pushed off. Or maybe not. There's still 1 meter. A little over 1 meter. What the fuck? Are they gonna turn this around? How? Okay, so... Well, actually, the key to this is Happy gets a kill on Moira, right? Despite how scuffed the duplicate was. Gets a very key kill on Finn. Now there's not really a lot of healing. Both healers on San Francisco are just dead. And just Happy carrying and reversing this by strategically killing off the supports. Wow. That was such a scuffed engage. I don't think they should have won that, but yeah. Happy just mechanic diff. Mechanic, like, found Finn, mechanic diff, both supports. Okay. I mean, for you to win this, Proper needs to get a very key kill on the 200 HP target. Sam could also do that. That works too. Coalescence also used. I mean, I'm okay with that. I don't think Moira is as good. I don't think this composition is as good on this point. But I could be wrong. I mean, it is straightforward, right? It is very straightforward, so maybe you can make the argument for this composition. Tracer doesn't really have a lot of flanks that you can do. It's either that or you let the Tracer go for the flanks that the Reaper would have done, right? That's another option. So that both of your DPS aren't exactly in the exact same corner, exact same area where they can be spammed out. Okay. Ooh, Mag gets the kill on Proper again. This is why I don't really like Tracer that much on this point. Hey there, Effecto Dingu Rios. Nice name. So what happened there? They got a pick on Proper and then they just Mag going in. Now, well, there's follow-up from Decay, okay? It's not just completely Mag. Mag provided the finishing blow. And I guess the opening burst. The rest of it was decay, doing decay things on Tracer. Wait, how do you... Hmm. I don't know about this one, though. Well, they're making it work somehow. They're beyond the LOS of their Ana. Really risky. Okay, then again, you have ults, right? You've got Duplicate, you've got Doomfist ults, so you're kind of okay with being beyond line of sight. Yeah, that's why they're doing this. Because they're not afraid of just using it right now and just trading up. They're trading their supports up. That's the plan. And if it doesn't work or you need to bail out, then Happy has Duplicate. Mag has his ultimate to get out. So yeah, the San Francisco Shock were able to trade the backline of the enemy, but the Justice were just faster. Just so much faster. Because Doomfist beats in because, oh, they couldn't reach it. Ah, that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Okay, let's see the attack. Oh, that's too far into the future. Same composition from the Washington Justice, just no Doomfist. Just because I guess you want something a little bit more safe and more consistent. Doomfist not very consistent. Okay, Soldier Tracer. Okay. A little bit more mid-range poke. He's got Attack Visor Nano. Basically a mirror for them. Mags goes for the pseudo dive, just pushes them away from the tower so that they can gain some space. Okay. San Francisco Shock just wisely back off. Yeah, they're going for the kind of intermediate positioning. So Violet and Finn are getting ready to go inside the pub. The rest of the San Francisco Shock are probably going for a counter dive, especially now that they identified that there's an Ana. It's a mirror. Okay. So immediately after the dive kind of fails because of the quick rotation of the backline, right? Finn was supposed to be dead. There was still a nade. They were able to get inside, which is incredibly dangerous for Washington Justice to continue diving. So instead, Decay turns around with Mag, goes and kills Kaluge, knows that there's a bubble right in front of this doorway, so that there's not really an easy way for the San Francisco Shock to support their tank. And they're also, I guess they're also capitalizing on the fact that Sam on 76 tends to play with the backline, with the supports, instead of hard flanking, or even going for an off angle. So, very good attack from Washington Justice. Now let's see if they can complete the map. Okay. Proper is the only person who's closest. Well, I guess Finn is as well, but Proper much closer to an ult. I mean, at this point, you're just looking for a nade, a really good nade. It just forces the Justice to back off and then dive with that. Of course, nade wasn't enough. Kaluge did not feel confident going in. Actually, ideally, don't you want to be a Winston that just dives in? But then again, that could trigger their Winston to use their bubble, right? So that means that your nade won't be able to go through. Okay. So you really have to wait for the nade to land. Ideally, you go with it at the same time. So you observe the Ana throwing the nade, and then at the same time, you go in with her. Or you go in with the nade. Okay, things are happening right now. SF Shock... Did they... Okay, so... where's the rest of their team? What? Why is Kaluj going alone? What? What happened there? Okay. So the Washington Justice are inside the castle. Finn rotated up castle. Gives a nano boost to Kaluj. Kaluj tries to look for targets. That's also a very nice anti. Happy was able to juke him somehow. Oh no, like Kaluj might die. Never mind. He didn't get shot from behind. And all this time, I think Decay was just pushing payload. They trade places with Mag. I'm not sure why you would do this. Oh, because, well, no. The Tracer was not hunting down this Tracer. So why would Decay... I guess he has ult, right? I guess that's the main reason why. You have ult, and then, of course, you want Decay to go for the assassination. So yeah, that's one of the few times that definitely you can, as a Tracer, leave the payload. Or instead of pressuring the point or objective, you can leave and then go for an assassination. But only that, I say. I think it's better if Mag is stuffing a choke point right now than pushing payload. And you most certainly don't want your Lucio or your Ana on there. Just because you want your Ana to be protected by Lucio and then your Ana's gonna be a sitting duck on the payload. Okay, so back to payload duty because you already used your ult. Beat because they wanted to survive the engage. Counter beat because they want to win that engage for the SF Shock. They do win that. But payload is still being pushed. So you need to clean this up fast. Or at the very least contest the payload with your Tracer. There we go. Nice. Okay. Good sequence. Good sequence from both teams actually. Also the discipline of not using tac visor. It was very, very tempting for both of them. Just so that you can clean up the fight faster. But just recognizing on instinct that you've already won that fight. Just so good. Oh no. Proper is getting out Tracer right now. He needs help. Decay does not want to recall because he wants to continue pressuring. Okay. Recalls now. Okay. This is gonna be awkward because... Alright, never mind. It's no longer awkward because Happy just got 2k. It was going to be awkward because of that movement right there. So they're dueling, blah blah blah. Decay is looking to exit through this door, right? But unfortunately his team rotates that way. So everybody's eyes are gonna be on him. Proper, most certainly. But it's alright. Happy gets a 2k. And granted, Decay had to sacrifice himself for this, but they still get point. Just so much payload pressure on attack if you have a Tracer. That's why I find it weird that people don't, or teams don't attack with Tracer on this map. It's just so good. It just forces, even more now because it's 5v5, it just forces the enemy team to just lose their high ground. Or else give up the point. Oh, that's a big stick. I think unless the Justice get 2 picks in response, yeah, this is over. At least this fight is over. They still have 3 minutes, over 3 minutes to push this to just around the corner, apparently. So SF Shock, you're just rewarded for diving with your monkey right now. But you need to be careful. Okay. I guess Mag is also going to be rewarded for diving that far because you have Primal. So instead of just diving aggressively beyond that gate, they just wait for them and then stuff them. Then Proper swings around from behind, follows up on that dive by Kaluj, and he also uses Primal for that. So, alright, not bad. At least Mag didn't use his ult. I just think though that at this point, you can maybe get rid of Decay on Tracer, put him on Genji or Reaper, right? So Tracer for Reaper or 76 or not really 76 Genji. Why? Because there's not really a lot of flanking routes, right? As a Tracer, and there's like the defense of the cart or the payload is gonna be pretty easy. The most of the teams are just gonna group up and guard this corner somehow, which means that you can't. There's no real way to sneakily pressure this or push this all the way to the end as a Tracer. They're almost always going to be in sightline, very close to the payload, so they're going to be able to contest it or shoo you away real quick. So I'd rather have a Reaper right now, but I mean, they practice this, make it work. Oh, Sam, there we go. Sam's dead. Yeah, just more ults from Justice in that one. That's why they won. Yeah. Okay. I mean, well played from the Justice. Just having the very seemingly stupid reason of having a Tracer that just pressures payload. Helped them win that so hard. Also, Proper being diffed by Decay a little bit, just a little bit, also helps in that. Okay, so we're on Dorito. I expect, yeah, Widowmakers are gonna come out. Decay definitely on Tracer, not just because he's Decay, but because, again, you can just stall the payload. Even on defense, the other way around is you can stall the payload as Tracer. And the San Francisco Shock would need to commit at least one more body onto the payload just to get rid of the Tracer. Also interesting that they don't have a Lucio, they now have a Brig. Which means that their composition is more or less static. Static that, or Opener is just going to aggressively drop down wherever Mag is and start brawling. Okay. Both teams actually opting for this. The only difference is that Proper is on Gingu. Okay. Wait, where's their Widowmaker? Wait. Where is San Francisco Shock's Widowmaker? She rotated, or Kilo rotated. Oh, no. Kilo went back to spawn and then became Widow. Okay. Gotcha. So there's no angle just yet. Or well, there is one in spawn, but there's no Widowmaker over here with the Ana and the Brig. Which is big, because right now the sightlines for Happy are just way better. Way better than Kilo's. Interesting, they left. They just leave. I guess mostly because Mag just got tagged so hard. Yeah, that's the only reason. And I guess they don't really have any target to dive right now, right? Diana and the Brig are in Narnia and together, which makes it even more difficult to dive. So Justice back off. They back off to an area where their opponents have to play a little bit closer. And thus you might be able to catch them with a simple dive. Or even a walk forward from Mag and Opener. Uh, oh no. Okay, so Kilo managed to big brain it. Decay was trying to look for him underneath. Was expecting him to be underneath our own main. But Kilo did not completely grapple down. Resisted the urge to get healed. Drop down and get healed, so. Yeah. Ooh. How are those kills happening? So, they jump? What? What is this jump? Why would you jump that way? What? Is Kilo inside the left room? No, he isn't. Ha! That is a weird jump from Mag. That's a very strange jump. Although, I think he can see someone. But the Widowmaker is still here. So that's weird. That's a weird jump. I don't get that. I think you just keep walking forward as Mag. Trust that your brig can keep you alive while you walk forward. Oh, what? Oh, Venomine. That's why. So I'm about to say, pretty sure Widowmaker is hit scan. It's not how hit scan works. Apparently, it's just a mine. Oh, they need. Oh my God! Happy. He actually isn't contested here. What? Well, I guess they didn't know. Otherwise, Finn would be a lot more careful walking forward. Yeah, they didn't know. Okay. Happy clutched it by killing two behind. And the rest of the San Francisco shop were just respawning then. Oh boy. Oh. Granted it has sights, but you still need to aim. Okay. What? Okay, he got slept. Ah, they don't have rally yet. That's why they couldn't march forward and save Mag. Otherwise, like, dude, you fucking pop rally and you go in there, brawl with your brig and a combination. Ow, that snipe, that deflect. In this composition, who pushes payload? I think, I think your brig, right? Your unless you have a setup over to the top right, right? So you need your Ana to be protected by your brig. You can also maybe send your Genji just to push this because the path of the payload typically hugs a wall that you can climb and reach some high ground at least until you reach near the second checkpoint. Right? Decay's still here because he wants to be an asshole and contest the point. Force two people to stay on point instead of just the Gengu. He can also contest this Widowmaker, wherever she may be. And that's precisely what Decay is trying to do. Okay. Alright. Need to hide Decay. Widowmaker is currently trying to hurt your feelings with her ult. Luge kills the Ana. Opener actually decides, fuck it, let's brawl. We're gonna trade backline again. Whee! It should be a dead break, yes. Oh yeah, they just automatically collapse on your backline. Mag and Decay just automatically collapse on your backline the moment that your Winston jumps the Justice backline. And they can do it so much faster because the Justice backline is typically upstairs or on a high ground rather. Okay. Thinks twice about going for assassination, but it's okay. It distracted the San Francisco Shock long enough so that the rest of the Justice can do their job from the front. I love how Krillin's just ready to drop. The initial position is with Liana, but the moment that their Winston drops, he drops. I love it. Okay. Constantly pressuring payload as Tracer. Very nice. Very textbook. I don't think Kilo on Ash is gonna help with this. I think it's too late. Also, why would you go for this over Widowmaker yourself? You got one shot, one kill. But I guess Kilo is still getting kills, baby. Okay. How many ults did they have to expend? 2, 3? 3 ults? Versus just the 2 or 3? Well, I guess they're even. It's worth the extra time. And for the SF Shock, it's worth just having that extra time. And possibly finish the point, or finish the map. But yeah, it's kind of weird. You don't really have control of many chokes as Ashe on this map. At least not on attack. It's kind of weird using Ashe. I don't know how you're supposed to get so much value from your nade as Ashe in this part of the map. I guess, okay, so if you manage to turn over here, or you manage to take control of this catwalk, there's a world wherein you can just keep nading this, or even this as Ashe, and you'd be mostly safe. Kilo. Wait, where is Kilo positioned right now? He's just inside the mini. What the hell? He's not even high ground. Just casually gets picks. But I guess high ground is a little bit dangerous, right? Especially since you're up against a Widowmaker. That's the reason why. Okay. Still no Tracer. They don't like their Tracers, San Francisco Shock. Just in case there's a nade, they wait inside. And I think this TP is gonna be for everyone. Well, I guess that's not too much different. Okay, Widow v Widow. Not really as important. It just makes sure that it's a 4v4 on the ground. Couldn't see anybody. Okay. I wouldn't mind if Decay would go for a flank on the stairs right now. But I guess he's just waiting for Mag to engage himself. It is lower risk with Mag around because you've got your shield. And typically people just fire at the closest, biggest thing. Nice follow-up. Uh-oh. Oh no, he still has recall, boys. Ooh. I mean, ultimately probably meaningless. Although now that people are contesting again, and Kilo is still getting kills. Never mind. Oh, that was almost a kill. Oh my god, that would have been so stylish. Predicting that he will go there and then shooting him in the side of the head. Zero prior knowledge from the guy, from Happy. Okay, so the way that San Francisco Shock are playing it is the way that I kind of expect this comp to work. Or not really comp, but the flow of the game to work. Man, shots are being deflected. And back to their order. Yeah, this is the end. It should be. Never mind. Opener has the combo. I did Colluge catch the Tracer though. The fuck? Oh no, woke him up. Why? Death. Okay, good defense from the Shock. They are down in ults though. Washington Justice, this is their game to lose at this point because they have all the ults. And San Francisco has none. Okay, don't swing at him. Oh, Proper gets a 2K. This is over. This is hella over. Man, what happened to their defense, dude? Or their attack? Yeah, it's big that Mag gets left because he couldn't kill the backline fast enough. Couldn't kill the backline of the Justice fast enough before San Francisco Shock did it. And now the shoe is on the other foot, I guess, on this one. Because they're not gonna get 3-0'd, San Francisco Shock. It's gonna be push. Alright. Reaper Tracer? Reaper Soldier? Or Reaper Genji? One of those things. There's no way that Happy goes for real gun woman. There's just no way. There we go. Soldier 76 is still better than that. Although I can theory craft that you might be able to use Sojourn in a dive, but it would be an incredibly risky dive. Far riskier than a Doomfist, I would say. So, mirror comps. Tracer's not exactly dueling each other yet. Right, so look at the positioning. I don't know how the hell Happy managed to get up there, but where's Tracer? Oops. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, okay, they're dueling. Never mind. They're dueling each other. It's just that they're rotating together with the soldier, which I don't agree with, because Decay almost got absolutely destroyed by hanging out with Happy. Okay, Americans back off. I say Americans, like, dude, both of these teams are American. Well, I guess there's a little bit more NA in the SF Shock. But why did they back off? It's my question. I guess they just took so much spam? Is that why? Oh, because of that. Because of the nade. The nade was actually huge. That's why they back off and they rotate into that little alley. Actually, no, they just rotate, full rotate to main. They don't even try to contest it a little bit earlier. God, line of sight is so important in this game. It dictates what you can and cannot do, legally speaking. How did he get bursted? Oh, I get it. There's just... Wait. No, it's not even that, I think. No, it is. He just waltz up here, proper, and I guess Violet. No, it isn't. It's not actually... Yeah, like, proper just goes up here. Out of nowhere. Despite being guarded by a Lucio and an Ana. Damn. Okay, they trade tanks. No, they trade a 76 for a tank. Which, I mean, you have a little bit more staying power. There we go. You still nano boost and give him the damage that's missing because your soldier's dead. What? Okay, I was about to say. Okay, so this is Kilo. God damn it. I'm confusing the colors now for some reason. Okay. I am getting a little bit sleepy, so probably end it after this one. I'll continue VOD reviewing tomorrow. Right. Oh, that is such a lucky kill. Oh my god, they're fucking snowballing right now. Up, don't die proper. You need to kill at least one more. Just so that you can stagger and keep pushing payload with your team. Also interesting that no one really puts a tracer to push the robot on this map. The tracer's almost always exclusively flanking. Happy tries to go for a flank. Gets the calm that the enemy team is a little bit closer. Oh no. The beat was too late. Yeah. Doesn't seem like Washington Justice are very good on push. Mostly because they're getting out-rotated by the enemy team. Also, I don't think they're taking advantage of the fact that typically the robots spawn or the spawn doors for your team or for the defenders is actually quite close, and there are many avenues where as Washington Justice you can just spam out a tracer. That's why they don't send a tracer to push this, I guess. Because it's very easy to just keep shooting and eventually flush out the tracer who's pushing the payload alone. Same thing with trying to defend it, I guess, as a tracer. Oh, that stick. They're just trading right now, but a lot more key kills on the side of SF Shock. Man, they really understand how to play push, I think. The SF Shock. Okay. You can see how wisely backs off. Kaluge keeps the point, or tries to stay right next to it for as long as possible. Uh-oh. Okay, managed to heal him. Now goes for the nano boost so that you can survive, and also because I think most of the cooldowns from the Washington Justice have been expended. Oh no. It's all ogre boys. Bad timing on the ults from the Washington Justice. Except for that one, I guess. Oh, Decay is making things a little bit more even. Holy fuck. Decay. Good lordy. So, if you're the Washington Justice, what do you do? You might... Yeah, you actually might engage with beat. It's either that or you allow Mag to aggressively dive, but that's impossible because they're inside the bridge now. It's very difficult to dive. He's now without feeding. He needs to lure them back down into the ground floor. Uh-oh. Don't die, Happy. Okay, he's getting healed. Oh no. Wait, stuck who? Wait, what? He got stuck? Oh, shit. Proper actually stuck a Tracer. Now Proper is a Tracer. I don't necessarily agree. Wait, no. Proper was always a Tracer. What am I talking about? Shit, I need sleep. Fuck. I'm getting sleepy. Speaking of which, Proper has been asleep, or was slept. And they already used beat. Yeah, Decay is gonna be on a mission on the flanks. I don't know if I agree with that. Yeah, just if you're incognito, this Kalush obviously does not know that this tracer exists over here. Just stay incognito or go even deeper, I guess. But then Kalush is looking in that direction. I guess by doing that, you might be able to dissuade him from diving. At least not immediately dive. Kalush trying to hook for the supports. Uh-oh. Activates the, what do you call this, attack visor. Just so that you can clean up. And because there's no beat. Interesting use of a beat though. From San Francisco Shock. Well, I guess it's not that interesting because Happy apparently used Sack Riser. Oh boy. Who do you nano? I think you just nano Mag and hope for the best. It's either that or if Happy has a good vantage point, and I think he does it right now. Never mind, he doesn't. Finn out snipes him. Who did he give the nano boost to? Oh, Mag. But it doesn't work because the devs were able... What devs? What the fuck am I talking about? Dude, I really need some sleep. Holy shit. I think I'm just gonna end it here because I'm talking nonsense now. I spent all of my energy on analyzing the very first two maps. So yeah, I'll just continue this tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. Please do like, subscribe to the channel, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.